Hi everyone, I'm Tiwa from Wiser Biker. Today we'll be reviewing a bicycle computer and it is the Magene C406. Now the Magene C406 is priced at 78 Singapore dollars or 59 USD on Amazon, and this is probably the next cheapest bicycle computer that you can get other than the Zoss G+. Now, for your information, if you haven't seen our Zoss G+ review, you can check out the link on the corner of this video. Let's take a look at what are the things that we get out of the box. Now the Magene C406 comes with 4 different colors and I have gotten the orange one to match with my bike. What I get from the box is a manual, a very easy simplified manual, and a charging cable, of course. And this one is a very interesting one. It is a bicycle mount. It is rare to see a budget bicycle computer that comes with a bicycle mount. So this is really nice, and not only that, it's aerodynamic. And of course, we have the bicycle computer, the C406 bicycle computer in bright orange. The Magene C406 actually supports N+ as well as Bluetooth sensors. So N+ sensors from Magene as well. And as for Bluetooth sensors, personally, I did not try with them. I've been using N+. But then, as advertised by the manufacturer, it actually supports Bluetooth sensor as well. It has 4 satellite positioning systems. Basically, it supports the GPS, Beidou, Galileo, as well as the GLONASS global navigation system. It is IPX6 waterproof, anti-splash, and it also comes with auto backlight, auto time setting based on its GPS system. Now, to make things easier for you, we'll be reviewing this bicycle computer based on 3 criteria, and that is price, the features, as well as the app user friendliness. First, price. This is definitely one of the most affordable bicycle computer that we can get in the market right now. I mean, 59 USD. Well, it does come with some limitations in terms of its features as well as user experience. However, we still think that the Magene C406 is a very value for money bicycle computer given the amount of features that we are getting out of this unit. Next, let us look at the features, and the most important one is the customization of its preferred parameters onto one screen. Now, as you can see, you can actually choose your preferred parameters on the screen that you like. So you just point any of these boxes and you can actually choose the different parameters. However, unfortunately for my case, I'm not able to get all my preferred parameters on one screen because, as you can see, each of these specific squares only allows you to choose about 3 to 4 specific parameters. Hence, I'm being limited to what they have preset here, and I can only choose available options provided by Magene. I'm not sure this is something that Magene can do to their firmware or software update to give a bigger spectrum of parameters in this section of choice. Another impressive features of the Magene C406 is its battery life. It can last you for 30 hours per charge, and that is very amazing. This bicycle computer also comes with a 2.5-inch display, and this is quite a huge screen. I mean, if I compare it to my Zoss G+, it is actually bigger. It doesn't mean that the numbers are bigger, but it actually has more space for more parameters to be shown, and that is very important for cyclists like us because we want to see more of this data and parameters on the same page. Another notable feature is matrix accuracy. Now we have compared it with the Zoss G+, and sometimes Zoss G+ will have some sudden spike in their elevation or the current speed. However, for the Magene C406, it is more stable, more accurate, and it is pretty much similar to using a Strava on a handphone app and also on Wahoo Element. And that's why we conclude that the matrix accuracy for the Magene C406 is rather accurate and consistent. The last part we're going to cover is the app user friendliness, and for Magene, they are using the One Lab app. And the One Lap app is not only built for leisure cyclists, I must say, because it also fits you with a lot of useful data that can help you as a cyclist to improve your ride. Now let's take a look what they have. I'm here at the homepage and I can look at all my different rides. Now let's press in one of them and you will see what I mean. When I take a look at my rides, it actually gives me a lot of interesting data. It on the analysis, you got a full summary of all these different data, average speed, minimum speed, maximum speed. Now, this part is very interesting, the graphs. Because these graphs, I can actually press in and go into details. I can even zoom in more to see at each specific point what are my performances. Now I can tell you the time, the speed, the heart rate, the distance, cadence, and elevation. So this is very powerful, and you can just point to any specific time, go to any specific part of your ride to see it. And it comes a feel. You got speed, you got heart rate, cadence, elevation, slope, percentage, temperature. All these data are very, very, to me, it is very powerful. Also, it comes with an estimated data power chart. Well, for me, we just take it with a pinch of salt because we are not using any power meter, so it's just an estimate. But it's a good feature to have. Now, finally, this part is really good for us when we're coming to do when we are doing our training, because we want to know at which zone, which heart rate zone we are in, and Magene actually put it in to tell me that at this specific ride, how many percent of the time that I'm in which heart rate zone. And that's very important because prior to our ride, I actually plan how much time I want to spend in which heart rate zone. And here I can tell exactly whether I'm following my plan. So this is definitely one thing that I really love about the Magene's One Lap app. And of course, like most bicycle computer, now the Magene One Lap app can also synchronize to Strava and let you show your ride to all your friends. And we've got a few tips for you when using this Magene One Lap app. And the first one is to set up your profile as accurately as you can. So go to this Magene and go to your profile page and make sure that you input all this data as accurately as possible, your height and weight, your date of birth, of course, if you know your bicycle weight, input it as well, because all these data, the app will use them and to combine with the data that they collected from your last ride, and together with that, they will calculate your heart rate zone results. And I find that very accurate. So it's amazing because you don't need to do any calculation on your own. They are going to take all the data that they collected and do it automatically for you. Wow. Another tip that we want to share with you is how to do your page setup. So like we mentioned before, Magene gives you the flexibility to choose what type of parameters to put on your screen, and they give you 3 screens. And here is my preferred way to put it. For the first page, I'm actually putting in all my current parameters because I want to know how I'm performing at that instance. So I'll be able to pace myself. I will be able to know that whether I'm riding at the correct speed, the correct heart rate, or the correct cadence. So that's why I choose all the current parameters. I got speed, the current speed, current cadence, current heart rate, current elevation, current slope gradient, and moving time as well. As for the last box, I actually want to input my total distance covered so far. However, because this is the limitation that we have mentioned before, like Magene allows you to only choose from a given number of a preset number of parameters. So they have actually limited me to like others, time, power, calories, but they don't allow me to put in a total distance at this particular box. So this is something that I really hope that Magene can improve on, because if that happens, I will really have total freedom of what I want to see on my dashboard. Now, because of this limitation, it actually drives me to put on the second, drives me to decide what to put on the second page, and that is more like a summary page. So on the second page, I already put in my total distance, my calories, my average speed, average heart rate, moving time, and average slope, all this. So it is like a summary page. Like I say, after the ride, I will look at it and see whether how I perform for the whole ride in general on an average basis. Lastly, the final tips that I have for you, you will really thank me, and that is go to functions and please switch off the functional prompt tone. Okay, otherwise, instead of getting some sound notification, you're gonna have noise pollution instead, because every now and then when you start and stop or pause your ride, you're gonna hear a very loud beeping sound, beep, 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 and it's really annoying. Okay, I tried it and I know it, but do leave the heart rate alarm on and input the alarm, the heart rate alarm value that you want to put in, because that is one useful function to have. Now, the things I like about this Magene C406 is definitely the big screen, number one, and number two is the accuracy of the data that is captured. Number three is the customizations of the parameters I can see on the display. And finally, the app is great. I mean, really great. It captures very useful data and is presented in a very detailed and very useful manner, so that I can look at it, and it really helps me to examine and look into my performance and how to improve it. And now the things that I do not like. Number one is definitely the limitation in the customization of the parameters here on screen. Now, I mean, Magene, if you want to give me the control of what I want to put on different box, do give me 100% control. That'd be great. Okay. The next thing I don't like is the irritating prompt sound. Okay, definitely that has to go. Maybe you just make the volume slightly lower. That will be much better. The third thing that I don't like is that it doesn't come with a map navigation, but however, I must say that this is something that I can live with because of the price I'm paying. Lastly, while the app is very user-friendly, but the computer itself is less so, especially when it comes to the button functions. Now, right now, I have the start button on the left, and the pause button on the pause button is also here, but the stop button is on the right side. I kind of find it not very intuitive, because right now you see if I was to start my ride here, and I kind of feel natural that I stop my ride here as well. But now is when I press the right side, I have to press the right side button to stop, but most of the time I press it to just switch screen, and sometimes I just forget about stopping it, and it just messed up my whole recording of the ride and my Strava records. So yeah, I just wish that this is something that Magene can improve on. Maybe you can consider putting the start ride and the stop ride on the same button. I'm not sure about you. Maybe you can let me know whether it's just my problem or is you do agree with this. Now, time for the final verdict. Here's what we think about this Magene C406. For price, we're going to give it 5 out of 5. Definitely. I think I don't have to elaborate or explain to you further. Next is the features. Features, we will give it a 4 out of 5, simply because it doesn't allow me to fully customize what I want on each of these boxes on the display, as well as the annoying warning tones. Lastly, for the app friendliness, we will give it a 4 out of 5. Now, it is really very good already, except the one imperfection is the calendar tab. Now, if you go in to the calendar tab, you realize that there is all this stats, PMC, etc. That is really a performance management, but I really don't understand how to use them. What is this? TSS, all the abbreviations, I don't quite understand. And on this part, I feel it would be great if Magene can give more assistance, give more explanations, just like the heart rate zone kind of little tips to teach us. And that would be really, really great. So overall, we have come to give this Magene C406 a total score of 4.3 out of 5. We must say that the Magene C406 is a very wholesome budget bicycle computer, and we are very impressed by the amount of thoughts that they have put in when designing the app and putting in a lot of useful features for training, except for some hiccups here and there on the customization as well as the user friendliness of the app on the calendar side. Right now, you may ask, who is this bicycle computer for, or why should you buy the Magene C406? I would say that for people who just started riding, this is definitely something good to have for a budget of less than $100. Or if you want to record your ride just to show on Strava, or to see more details of the data of your rides and to improve your riding performance, this is also a very, very good options. And for under $100, you can get all the customization of the screen. I mean, you can get some customization of the screen, as well as a very powerful and user-friendly application. This is definitely something that we would recommend for you to get. So really hope that you like what we do today and our review on this Magene C406. And while the fact that you are looking at this video, I believe that you are really serious about finding the right bicycle computer for yourself. Ultimately, you're the one who knows your cycling needs the most. So list them out and you can compare whether, and you can check and do a checklist whether to see whether this bicycle computer has all the features that meets your need, because that is how you'll be able to find the most suitable bicycle for yourself. As for the Magene C406, it's something that I would use for myself, and I would strongly recommend it for you as well. So that is all for us today for the Magene C406. And if you have come across any other budget bicycle computer with comparable features and comparable price, do let us know in the comment box below, because we would love to explore them as well and to share with all our viewers. Thank you very much again. I'm Tiwa from Wiser Biker. Do remember to like and subscribe to this channel. See you!